Driving 2 hours from Mont-Tremblant to Ottawa. Ottawa is the capital of Canada and its fourth largest city, with a population of over 1 million. It's Canada Day, when all the museums are free. So we'll visit several museums, experience the celebrations. Our first stop is the Canadian Museum of History. This museum is actually not in Ottawa but in Gatineau, Quebec. Ottawa is in Ontario but sits at the border of the English and French cultural regions, with Gatineau being the closest neighbor on the French side. The museum has 4 floors, with the main one being the 3rd floor, which covers modern history. The 4th floor is about modern Canada, while the 1st floor focuses on Indigenous people. The 2nd floor is for special exhibitions. Let's use the exhibits to walk through a few key stages of Canada's history. Phase 1, the New France period. In 1534, French explorer Cartier first explored the St. Lawrence River region. After that, France began establishing colonies in eastern Canada and named the area New France. Key cities in Quebec, such as Quebec City and Montreal, were founded in the 1600s. The economy of New France mainly relied on trading of fur goods and cooperative relationships with Indigenous peoples, leaving a significant impact on the region's culture through the widespread use of French and the influence of Catholicism. Phase 2, the British period. In 1756, the 7 Years' War broke out in Europe and North America, with Britain and France fighting for control over Canada. After the Treaty of Paris was signed in 1763, France ceded New France to Britain. To maintain peace, Britain passed the Quebec Act, which protected the religious freedom and legal system of French-speaking Canadians. However, to cover the massive costs of the war, Britain increased taxes and economic control over its North American colonies, which eventually became a key factor leading to the American Revolutionary War. Phase 3, the War of 1812. In 1812, the United States declared war on Britain, citing reasons like British harassment of American ships and obstruction of U.S. westward expansion. U.S. attempted to invade British-controlled Canada to weaken British influence, but it failed. The burning of the White House occurred during this conflict. Phase 4, Independence. Canada's independence was achieved gradually. On July 1, 1867, Canada became a self-governing dominion, a day now celebrated as Canada Day. After signing the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, Canada became one of the founding members of the League of Nations. In 1931, Canada gained greater legislative independence, though the British monarch remained the head of state. It was in 1982 that Canada fully broke free from British parliamentary control, achieving complete legislative and constitutional independence. After leaving the History Museum, heading across the river to Ottawa, where the National Gallery of Canada is located, another iconic museum. Nearby is the historic Bywood Market, where you can park and explore later. The most striking feature of the gallery is its architecture, known for its modern design with glass and granite. At the entrance stands a giant spider sculpture called Maman, created by French artist Louise Bourgeois, one of the world's most famous public art pieces. Inside, the building makes great use of natural light, giving a strong sense of design and openness. The exhibits include Canadian art, Indigenous Inuit art, and works by European masters like Rembrandt and Monet, though none of the particularly famous pieces. Today is Canada Day, and there are celebrations everywhere. The afternoon parachute show at Parliament Hill was spectacular.
Cement pillar on landing and suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The person was taken to hospital in stable condition.
The evening festivities are in a nearby park. Where the main event and fireworks take place. Big crowd before dusk. The atmosphere in Ottawa on Canada Day is fantastic. It's completely different from the quieter vibe during regular days. I highly recommend coming here for Canada Day to experience the excitement. I stayed at the Delta Ottawa City Centre, and its biggest advantage is its location, just an 8-minute walk to Parliament Hill. Thanks to Marriott Platinum status, I was upgraded to a suite. The room is spacious, modern, and very clean. Nice downtown city view. Elite members could enjoy complimentary access to the member lounge. You can have afternoon snacks and breakfast here. The food is just okay, but the atmosphere is quite nice.